Okay, so we recently had a question from somebody who was doing a session, and in the session, so she wrote down her key points, which was great, but then she noticed when she was offering the choices and when she was helping her son spell that he was always kind of looking back at the piece of paper and then almost like matching. And obviously matching, it's not really what you want to aim for, because we want to really help the person with their phonics skills so that when they have a thought, they can spell anything rather than just words that they can maybe read by sight.
Yeah, and this can be a habit that is developed from a child that's been at school where they've done lots of matching and copying type activities, and often you can even find people who can handwrite, they can write their name because they've done it so many times, and they can copy any piece of writing, but they haven't got the independence to construct their own thoughts and
actually
words.
It's quite smart, to be honest, like history, it's history. But we want to help the person, gain independence and grow their listening skills and also develop their phonics. So here is how you would do that. So actually I wouldn't write anything down if somebody was copying to that extent. Like if they want, like if for the first session they were having a little glance over, I might just see how it was going. But if I really felt like it was becoming an issue, I'd say, you know what, like you can do this, you can just listen, hear the main words. So instead of saying, today we're doing HISTORY history, I just place more emphasis on it because I want to keep that the auditory channel more generalised, and there's like an over-reliance on the visual channel that's happening. So I want to kind of help grow that generalised channel a little bit more. So I'd say, today we're going to do history. What are we going to do? Today we're going to do, we're going to do history or German. So you see, I'd place the emphasis on the word with my voice to help that person's listening skills grow a bit more. And then let's say if they were like really like all over the place, like, I'd be like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was the way. Touch it. I just really help them at the start, just help them get into the flow of it, because they'll feel like their comfort blanket's going to be taken out
zone, and they might be quite anxious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It can go either way, to be honest. I've had a few people there immediately, they're like, okay, I can do it, and then sometimes it can be a bit of a, oh my gosh, what did she do? But you just have to be really reassuring in that time and be like, yeah, you can listen, you can do this without that, you don't need that.
Let's just say though, Alex, that you're just starting out and you're following the sort of the process that of writing out the choices and writing out your statement. So you can have your written statement and then just kind of turn it over.
Yeah, you can do that.
We're going to spell.
Yeah.
And then, do it that way, and then you kind of follow in the set sort of system as people are.
Just as long
really
as you're not making it like I'm
I'm
hiding it from you.
No.
So sometimes it can feel a bit more natural if you just say it and then write it down afterwards. So after they've chosen history, let's take it down, history. It will just depend for each person. If you just try and do it in a bit more of a casual way, do HISTOR history. So what are we talking about? I've just seen some people like, now I'm taking it away.
To test you, yeah.
Okay, then spelling, how to, if we had history in front of us and then somebody was matching it, like certainly I wouldn't have the word there when you were trying to spell it, because you want to help that person with their phonics skills now. So I'd be very upfront at the start. So I'd be like, this is the H, it makes the H sound for history. Touch it. H for history, good. Let's write that down. And write it down so they can see the word forming. So we're not kind of completely taking their comfort blanket away here, because they're having some visual aid here. H for history. Next we have the I sound. I for history. And then sometimes I'll give, Sue knows it. But sometimes you might have someone's like going over there and you're like, here is the I. It makes the I sound. So you might just have to go in and do a bit of teaching again, depending on, what exposure your child has had. H for history, I for history. Now we have story. S. Which way? That's it, push it. There you go. That's it, touch it. Oh yeah, this is yes, that's it. S for story. Now, obviously, with a younger child, nearly for every letter at the start, I'll be saying, here is the S, this makes a S sound. This is the T, this makes a T sound. With an older student, I might give a few more chances to see if they've just had a bit more exposure over time. They might know a bit more, which usually is what happens. So you see, you're teaching the phonics as you go along. So if you had a word that didn't lend itself, history, it's quite a good word. But if you had like a word like boat, and you're like, but bot. So don't go but because here the O and A are making a sound together. So you have to really describe that. So we have B for boat. Now we have the O sound. O and A are making that together. So let's get the O first down here. That's it. That's the O. O for the O sound. And then we have all the way up here is the A. That's it. Touch it. That's it. Very nice. So that's the O sound there, bow, and then we just have T. Move it forward. That's it. You've got it. T. Boat. So you might need to brush up on your phonics, but honestly, if you just say words really slowly and write them down, that's how you can kind of hear all of the sounds. So but, t. You'd never go but at.
Yeah, and another thing that you can do as well is sometimes you can give choices to sort of see if they can work out the correct phonic sound. So what letter do you think that boat would begin with? Mm-hmm. Would it be a B for boat or a S for soat, you know?
Yeah, and you might even do something like, oh dear, that's awful. Don't do it like that. If you were wanting to, just check in with the phonics and see how the double letters were doing, I'd say, so we have B for boat, then what 2 letters should we have next? Should we have O and I for boat or O and A for boat? So O and I make the OI sound, obviously. O and A make the O sound. So that way you can kind of have a bit of a check-in and see how you're getting on. But never as a test, though. It's just to check in. Oh, actually, it's O and A. So that always makes the O sound. Boat, coat.
Yeah.
There we go.
So what you can see, this is all not about testing. Mm-hmm. It's about teaching.
Yeah.
And you can teach spellings. You can teach spellings through phonics during your RPM session. It doesn't have to be done as a separate, grammar English lesson. It's all done as part of the lesson.
Definitely.
Yeah.